When it comes to Alzheimer's, there are a lot of issues that need to be taken care of when it comes to the patient and their families. And on April 18th, the Pat Summitt Foundation and Legal Aid of East Tennessee will be holding local seminars to help folks with the legal and financial issues that may come up. And here with a preview of those seminars is Polly Peterson. Polly, appreciate you being here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Let's talk about these seminars. Tell us what's going to be happening.
Well, we have two seminars scheduled on the 18th. The first one is going to be in Kingsport from essentially 9 to 12, and it's going to be at the Northeast State Higher Education Center.
Right there in downtown.
Right there in downtown. And then the second one will be in the afternoon in Johnson City, and it's going to take place at the Johnson City Public Library in the Jones Meeting Room, which I'm sure everybody around here is familiar with.
Everybody knows where the library is.
Yeah, and what's so nice about this is we're doing this in conjunction with the Pat Summitt Foundation. They're pretty much becoming the leading group on Alzheimer's and helping people with Alzheimer's, understanding it in East Tennessee. And we're partnering with them, and the seminar is going to spend half the time with one of their experts talking to people about Alzheimer's and other brain diseases and how it manifests, what you need to look for, and that expert will be available to answer questions too. After that person gets done, I'm going to be speaking to people about legal issues. Do a little legal wellness checkup with them. Find out, do you have a durable power of attorney? Do you have an appointment of a healthcare agent? Do you have a will? These are such important, critical documents for everyone to have so that someone can act for you if you do start having Alzheimer's or dementia and you're not able to make those decisions for yourself. We're offering this service to some of the people who sign up for the seminar, and we will prepare these documents free of charge. You know, all they have to do is they have to call in, they have to register and qualify to do that, and hopefully we'll be able to get them to sign those documents that day. But, you know, Legal Aid of East Tennessee, which is who I work for as an attorney, you know, we do this pretty much all the time for people over the age of 65 because these documents are so critical. I meant to ask you, do you have those documents?
Well, I was just talking to you about that. There's some of those documents that I need to get into my life, into what's going on with me, but it's important. I mean, don't wait. Do it now. That's the message, isn't it?
That is the message, and people seem to think that it's just so onerous or it takes a lot of time, but contact an attorney. You know, it takes maybe 5 minutes to get the information to them, at least for a durable power of attorney and an appointment of a healthcare agent, and maybe a half hour in their office to execute the documents and get them completed. The durable power of attorney is one that allows someone to do all those legal issues for you when you can't do them for yourself. And we find that very critical, especially if someone has to go into a nursing home. There needs to be someone there to sign other legal documents for them, to make sure bills get paid and things are done. The appointment of a healthcare agent is the one that allows someone to make healthcare decisions for you if you can't make them for yourself. And, you know, those are really critical, especially if you have Alzheimer's or some other brain disease.
And Polly, really quickly, if you could you mentioned contacting and registering for these events. Where can people register real quick?
They can go to the Pat Summitt Foundation, to their website, which is www.patsummit.org. And they can register for both events there. We do have a limit on the number of people that we're going to have at both these seminars, but again, these are the first ones we're doing in this area, and in conjunction with Pat Summitt, we're going to be doing probably more of them as the year progresses.
Polly Peterson, thank you so much. Great information, and we want to pass that along. It's right there on the screen. There's all the information going on in Kingsport and Johnson City. Take advantage of this great seminars that are coming up.